Do you have some emotional self-awareness, but you're having problems regulating your emotions? In this video, I'm going to go over a few tips that you can use to start increasing your emotional self-regulation today. Self-regulation is the next natural step after self-awareness. So if you haven't watched the video on self-awareness, I'll leave a link up here, but self-awareness is definitely the first step you need to take, because if you're unaware of the emotion, you can't learn how to regulate it effectively. Self-regulation is the second step, and after you know about the emotion, learning how to regulate your emotions and start freeing up your conscious and subconscious mind to not focus on suppressing things will give you some massive increases in emotional and conscious bandwidth, which can help you start to do other things like empathy and more active listening without having to strain yourself. So the easiest way to get started with self-regulation is to think of whatever's going on and take a line from the Stoics, and this too shall pass. So whatever's going on, we'll take a negative example now. It's like a storm cloud rolling through. Don't try to stop the storm cloud. Just sit back and watch the storm cloud and be like, wow, that is a really dark storm cloud. I hope it leaves soon. And it might linger for a while, it might not. But wouldn't it be silly to try to put a cage around the storm cloud, or try to condense it, or put it in a box? Any of those sorts of things will be absolutely fruitless efforts, and you'll only end up more frustrated than you were if you had just let the situation pass. That's the easiest way to start thinking of self-regulation. So if you have anything negative, now that you're aware of these things, you could start learning how to regulate them better. And this is something that you need to figure out for yourself. And I know the way that I regulate things is if I have something that gets me a bit triggered at work or at home, it shows a lot of self-awareness and regulation to kind of call it out and say, wow, okay, that kind of alarms me. I'm going to go take a step back. I'll be back in a few minutes. And that kind of shows actually very high level of emotional intelligence, especially if you're at work and you have a meeting and things are getting heated, and like verbalizing that and stepping away will typically show a level of emotional intelligence that's rarely seen, especially if you're an engineer or in a technical field. Now, I'm not saying that things need to get heated and emotional at work, but things do happen, and your ability to stay calm and level-headed will definitely put you above your peers in this respect. So once you're starting to let things pass and not trying to, Ned Flanders and hold the beach ball underwater, and then, eventually it's going to pop up and make a big mess. We don't want to do that. We want to regulate things to where we're just kind of a calm, level-headed. You can have a train whiz past or a car come too close, and you're just calm and level-headed. I know, just a personal story, I used to, you could actually, I have data on this too, I love data. I would drop something and I would catch my breathing change, my heart rate spike way up. And this is just something like dropping something like the shampoo in the shower. So dropping the shampoo in the shower, and my heart rate would spike and I would go flush, like my skin would get all hot, and it's just like, wow, I'm not regulating this well at all. And then just a few days ago, I had a situation where I dropped something in the shower and I just reflexively caught it, and no change at all. Nothing. Everything was, yep, I can handle this. This is not a problem. And that's where you need to be with everything in your life. If you can strive to be at that spot, you'll have a much better outcome in everything that you do, in my opinion. So you need to be pushing to have your emotions regulated like that. And there can be ups and there can be downs, but if you can try to strive for that steady state, you'll be much better off in the long term. If you enjoyed this module about self-regulation, the next one is about empathy. Empathy is the next step, because once you have self-regulated your emotions and you have the emotional and conscious bandwidth to start empathizing with others, it can lead to some fabulous results for your career, in your relationships at work and at home. If you enjoyed this content, check out my link in the description below and join my social engineer network. I hope to see you there.